So I'm still here, which also means that I haven't been, abducted by aliens. The hostile ones. The friendly ones I don't mind visiting every once in a while, But anyways, hello and welcome back to another video where we sort of do this weird thing called redrawing an old character or art piece. And yeah, so I've chosen my art piece that I would like to redraw, which is this one here. There should be a video, and I suffered a lot through that video, sort of feeling really down about the piece. So I choose to sort of recreate that. Let's rectify how we feel about this piece. Initially, this was inspired by a saying that I typed out. I think it's something along the line of, "Put your money where your pretty little mouth is." But anyways, so yeah, I changed some things up. I went on Pinterest, looked for some inspiration, and then I did some thumbnails and ideas as to what I would like to do. And then following that, I would do some sketches and whatnot. Take a picture, scan it in, and then sort of do a rough sketch digitally. So yeah, this is just for details and stuff, and then I figured out that I would do a lot more folds this time around. Yep, those folds would give me struggles later on in my life. So yeah, and yeah, we do hands. The hands are my favorite part of this whole piece. I would crop it out if I can. The head, I think it's because of the angle it's at. He's supposed to have his head tilted back slightly, but yeah, didn't really do that. And then feet are hard. Who would have thought? But anyways, yeah, a lot of improvement. Actually feel a bit better about this piece than I initially felt. And yeah, we play around, do the whole formatting things, add a bit of an storyline element, which is sort of like the chair and whatnot. Stuff happens. The other thing is, I'm so tired. Aren't we all? I'm so tired because we've all been staying up so late for our school assignments and tests and exams that we just all collectively feel tired as a human race. So come with me for a moment of peace, and we just end up sleeping throughout the rest of this video. That would have been great. But yeah, so I'm sort of just blocking things in over top, and then we will go and refine things as we, continue on with the piece and whatnot. It's sort of a different approach because usually I try to do line art or something and it doesn't go out well. But yeah, it's more of a painterly approach that I aim for, and I do sort of bump up that contrast that I need to bump up. So yeah, it's interesting. It feels different than my usual, which my usual is literally like me attempting line art and then being like, this isn't quite it, and then like changing it. So, oops. But yeah, so we've all just been really tired. After this video, I might not be posting for a little while because A, I won't have content to really post, and B, I would like to enjoy the holidays with my family. So yeah, if there is a video out, it's either an imposture or I managed to squeeze in some time to do that Christmas drawing that I always do of that character that I always do. But yeah, the color scheming wasn't that bad actually. It was pretty good, especially for skin tone. Sometimes I struggle with that, and for a little while I struggled with the lips and nose. I had no idea what angle I was aiming for, so oops. But yeah, significant improvement, yes. Anatomy a lot better than what it was, and I like this style a bit more than what it used to be. So yeah, that is always good to know. We fit a bit more of the person also in frame this time, and I just sort of like how colors sort of blended together as you're color picking, so then you don't get so it feels more unified or more purposeful. It, not compliments, there's a word. I will put that up here. Blank, it will look more blank. Unified? No, that doesn't feel right. It doesn't look out of place, you know? It doesn't like stick out so much in your face type thing. Words are hard. I'm struggling. I usually struggle when I'm tired. And when I haven't quite used my brain often enough, which it's getting there. But yeah, and look at those lips, guys. He, she. I haven't decided a gender, by the way. I was sort of aiming for more androgynous. But yeah, we're all so sleepy. Especially for just holidays coming up too. Shops are busy, some people are busy. I'm so sorry. Such bad manners. But yeah, it's everyone's busy. Christmas shopping, you know, taking extra shifts for Christmas shopping, helping people on Christmas and whatnot, and getting ready for it. So yeah, it's busy. It's going. Oh, we also had to stick with the red eyes because I think the original post also had red eyes. So I tried to do some things that linked back between the two, you know, like the red background, red eyes, the short hair, the short dark hair, and like that chip in between the fingers too. And then of course, because I didn't draw the rest of the body in the first post, I sort of got to pick and choose what I would like to draw for the rest of the pose. I struggle every now and then, but that's okay. That's fine. 'Tis all good. But yeah, so that's there's definitely been some growth in my artwork. And even though like I have to take breaks from Medibang just because, you know, I have schoolwork and schoolwork doesn't allow us to really use it, it's nice to sort of hop back in there. And I sort of get into this really weird space of trying to smoothly switch or quickly switch between Medibang and Illustrator, because I'll like do things that are only for Illustrator and I'm like, how come it's not working here? I swear it works, and it's because it's a different program. Who would have thought? But yeah, and sometimes it happens in between InDesign and Illustrator. They will like, there's different ways to zoom in and out for both of them. So you could do like the key binding, which is like Control plus or Control minus, Control 0 even. But for Illustrator, you could sort of like click your scroll wheel and like drag or something. I know how to do it by hand, I just can't remember it right now. But yeah, and then when I do that in InDesign, it doesn't do anything, and I'm like, oh, and then like, oh, and then sadness. But yeah, apparently the art industry is getting pretty shaken up, especially for digital artists and graphic designers, because the Pantone situation is going on. So yeah, we're all on the edge of our seats for that, and slightly, you know, worried, concerned, curious even. But yeah. Always add highlights. I love highlights so much. Contrast is a beautiful thing. I absolutely just adore it. And I wish I could add more contrast in the future when I do faces, especially, and having something closer to like black type of thing. But when doing skin or like anything in general, you don't use actual black, or you don't go like gray or something. You should use a different shade. And if you're really into color theory, you might use the complementary color for like a deeper shadow, or you might use a light complementary color or version of a complementary color for highlights or something like that. And it sort of helps to make the piece pops and whatnot. Pops? To make the piece pops. I keep saying it. To make the piece pop. But yeah. So, I also sort of enjoy doing hair. Always have, and I think that is an always will type of situation. But yeah, to sort of make it look like it's coming out from the head, I will take either the same color as the area that I'm working with from the skin, or I will take an eraser tool and I will just go back and sort of make it look like strokes. My characters don't have lashes, and I forgot that I don't put lashes on my characters because it looks a bit strange. Maybe my brush isn't fine enough or whatever, but yeah, it just looks strange on my characters, so I usually skip over those. I must have forgotten this time, but yeah. And tiny little flyaways, little hairs, can't forget about those. This hand I am very pleased with. It has this like really painterly look that I really liked, and I try to incorporate that throughout the rest of the piece. So yeah, good times, good times. Oh, and I'm also fairly pleased with the clothing folds. I struggle with those all of the time. I just don't understand them. So getting something decent out of it, it was nice. It was refreshing even. I do try not to stray too far from red either, just because it helps to sort of wrap the whole piece together and ties in with the background, instead of adding too many colors, because then things can start to look muddy, or it's a bit distracting at times even, especially when it's not purposefully or with the right color choice. Oh, I also didn't figure out what to do with that back arm. I was very confused. I didn't understand how this person was sitting, but he or she is twisting her body in a very strange way, so I'm not gonna say anything about it, of course. Watch me struggle with clothing folds for the next 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, we start to sort of get a feel for it, and we start to also figure out that we want it to feel painterly. I do also need to put a warning though. It sort of gets flashy probably towards the end because I am playing around with different color modes and like I think a bit with the background, so just be careful. It's at 16 times speed, the clip, so I don't think it will be too bad, but just in case, you know, always be careful when you watch someone doing a speed painting, especially if they go above the 36 times speed for sped up footage. The light angle that I also chose was a bit tricky, because it's sort of like what should be dark and what should be light when it's sort of in between the hand and the face. So yeah, that was a bit of something that I've had to work around. And of course the poker chip, we can't forget about that. But yeah, also making the poker chip not look like it's a foreign object or something just popped right in through Photoshop very poorly. I had to try to make it look like, you know, they are actually holding it. And look at that pants, like the pants folds. I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting a lot of body pains lately, especially like my neck and spine, mostly because I'm like leaning over a computer every day, or like I've been like hunched over just like trying to do digital drawings and whatnot for my classes, that like my posture's been suffering and that makes my neck suffer. So yeah, I'm also in slight pain right now. There's something going on with the back of my neck and I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just like, I don't even know if it is my posture, because I sit with a pretty straight back when, you know, I'm doing work, or at least I try to. But yeah, I guess it's from like leaning over my computer and whatnot while I'm drawing, which is it's not good. It's not ideal. Or it could be also my bag. I might be picking it up wrong on the ground. It's a heavy bag. It's a hefty boy. I carry like my sketchbook, I carry tracing paper, a folder that has all of my like paperwork stuff, like loose leaf. I'll carry my laptop, the charger, my lunch, a water bottle, and I'll also sometimes carry like pencil cases and stuff all in my bag, and like hauling it from the floor isn't ideal. It's not a great idea, improperly especially. So yeah, I felt that today when I was picking it up from the floor, and I was like, is this why I'm in pain? So it might be, perhaps. Oh, I just really love that hand. Adding color modes and like lighting effects and whatnot. And it's also good because to keep it on a separate layer, that way you can sort of see if there is something that sticks out a bit too much with the light on. You could go and change it or like switch it back, and make sure that you do turn off the layer that has like the dodge or whatever, like overlay or whatever on it. That way the color picker picks the proper color, and then it's not a pain in the butt to try and fix it in the future if you choose to change the lighting, for example, or something like that. This is color dodge. Color dodge sort of makes things like brighter in a way, but I choose not to really stick with it too much, other than emphasizing some lighting choices that I have. And yeah, we're coming to the close of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this final product. And yeah, I've made great progress throughout the years. Who would have thought? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope you guys all stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will hopefully see you before Christmas, but if not, then I will see you in the next video. Bye!